Hello, this is a review of the HTC One X. A great little phone, and I'll be explaining why that's the case.
Okay, now playing around with the device. Unlock, press the power button, easy as that, and it's a quick pull up the ring and that unlocks. One of the great things about the phone, one of the things I like, is how quick it is to access what it is you want. If you quickly want to go to, say, for example, the camera from the lock screen, rather than pulling the ring up, looking for its place in the menu and then selecting camera, you can simply pull down the icon, and obviously these are interchangeable, configurable as you wish, so I could change that to whatever other applications. So say I want to go to camera, just pull the camera icon down and instantly you are in the camera. Obviously you can't see much since the phone is pointed against a black keyboard at the moment, but you get the picture. And one of the other things about the device, which HTC anyway are excuse me, they're going on about the phone's capability of taking fast pictures. Obviously you're into the camera fast, and I think it was 0.7 seconds is the figure that they're quoting for being able to take that all-important photo. And now also one of the things they go on is about burst capturing. If you hold down the capture button, no doubt we've got some great photos there. So, as you see, each one of those noises is a separate photo. I do wonder, though, actually, if it is, because when I look through the photos that have been taken, there are 4. And I'm pretty sure I heard more than 4 snapping type noises. So whether they're being deceptive in making you think that, wow, this phone's taking a whole load of pictures in a short space of time, or maybe it's just a stock type noise that they've decided to include for their camera. The best photo, if we want to choose, I mean it only flashed once, so there's only really one particular one that we could use, so I could save them all if I wanted, or I could say, okay, yeah, best shot, let's keep that. And I think you'll agree that's a work of art. Your best shot will be saved. Delete rest of images, yes please. Also have the other quick menu options. If we want to go to messages, simply pull down that, phone, email, in we go, straight to Gmail. The Sense UI I find quite smooth. Now I have come it's actually entirely smooth. Quite doesn't do it justice enough. I came from a HTC Hero phone, which I'm at the moment, if you'll excuse the noise, trying to find. It's here somewhere. Well, you know what? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's not important. It's oh wait, there it is. Yeah, found it. That's it there. I mean, it's not even on now. The battery hasn't been charged on this yoke for quite a while. But I'll tell you what I'll do. I'm going to get my special light, plug that into the side of the computer there. USB lamp this is. Brilliant little thing. There, that does it. Makes everything look a bit cold though. But that is the phone there, the HTC Hero. Interesting phone. I mean, at the time I was so sure it was the best device, but I mean it's just not powerful enough to run Android, really. It was a laggy affair, and since back then the UI, basically everything, it was frustrating, really. It was one of the earliest Android phones. I think it was HTC's first one after the Magic, which was, I mean, the first proper consumer one. Don't quote me on that because I really don't have a clue, but as far as I know anyway. And yeah, I mean, it wasn't a great phone, really. It didn't last long. You know, I've only recently come out of the contract that I had on that. I mean, it was a 2-year contract from sometime in 2010, and it was not a good first introduction to HTC devices. The battery was poor. The build quality, I mean, it was, to be fair, the build quality was actually quite good. I dropped this a fair bit, and it never really ceased to work. But it was just it was just not a good phone. It was laggy. It wasn't powerful enough to run the software. Android was in its infancy, really, at that stage, and basically, yeah, I was turned off HTC. I said, no, HTC, you're not for me, and I stayed well clear. Moved on to Samsung since then, which was grand. That was a reliable phone anyway. Nothing particularly special, nothing to brag home about. And it was the Galaxy S3 that I've been waiting for. But Galaxy S3 has been taking its sweet time, and this thing came out. And out of the blue, I mean, I'd heard it announced on CES, and I thought, yeah, oh god, camera dropping and everything. As you see, it's a very professional show we've got running here. The camera, or what was I saying? Yeah, so it was announced at CES. I saw it. I thought, yeah, it looks nice, but still, I wasn't turned on by it. Turned on, odd choice of words, but you get what I mean. And I still was adamant that I would be waiting for the release of the Samsung Galaxy S3 until, of course, it was actually released, and I played around with one in a shop, and I was left very, very impressed with what I was playing with. And it goes to be shown, it really is a fantastic phone. It's first quad-core phone to hit the mainstream, and it is entirely smooth. When it first came out, there were one or two little hiccups, but as is to be expected on a first device, they've fixed that already with a what the hell is that on my screen? Thank you. They fixed that with an update which has just recently been released, which also went some way to fixing some of the performance in applications, notably Tegra 3 applications. Now, one of the Tegra 3 applications I have is GTA 3. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to launch up, kill some of these tasks just in case. I mean, I don't think I particularly need to, but I'm going to launch up GTA 3. Now, I'm still amazed playing this on a phone. It is quite incredible to consider. I still remember being amazed playing it on a PlayStation 2, running around, getting prostitutes, and doing all the magical stuff you do in GTA. Oh yes, resume game. Turn the sound right up. Dead, as you can see, and it is there's one or two little, I mean, if a lot's going on the screen, I wouldn't call it stutter, but slow down. You can see the frames are running slightly less smooth as before, but all in all, it's actually very impressive and runs flawlessly. Now, you can configure, because obviously no Android device is the same, you can configure the performance, the graphics, so you can reduce the draw distance, traffic, and a few other options like that, textures, I would imagine. And I'll turn that off, nobody wants to hear that. I've not actually played it that much, so unfortunately I'm still locked to the first island. Let's see, we've got the controls are actually surprisingly good. Now, they're not great, as you know, they wouldn't be. It's a touch screen. Walking around is simple enough. There are a few, I still haven't figured out how the fuck you aim and shoot, but that's probably me rather than an issue with the phone. So walking around is a simple case of press and on the side of the screen. Driving, for some reason they've not decided to use the same sort of control system. They've got a fixed left and right, which I have gotten used to. It's not great. You can sometimes, well, I do find myself hitting the wrong spaces, but it seems, I mean, I've gotten used to it. It's not too bad. Now we've entered into a mission area here. Go collect the cash. Oh yeah.
But don't take no crap. Nobody, I mean nobody, messes with Tony Cipriani.
Okay. Lightning. In fact, there's lightning right where I am as well. In we go, into the car. That button. I have gotten used to the controls, as I say. They're not too bad. The one thing I would be wondering, since I mean it's fine on this phone, since it's a large screen. It really, this is a big screen. One of the biggest you can get. Not too big, I will add. It's big enough. Just big enough. I've gotten used to it. I thought it would take me ages to get used to it. I was worried that I'd never get used to it, but I have. And for stuff like this, it is ideal. It works flawlessly. It's I'd say it's the ideal size of screen that you'd want. The problem is, this is obviously being one of the bigger screens. There are most of the other screens are smaller, and I wonder if it would be quite difficult to. Okay, yeah. In here to play this on a smaller screen. I mean, I've got pretty small hands as it is, so somebody with big paws might. Now, here we are. How the fuck? Okay, now, Jesus Christ. Okay, now you're going to see exactly how rubbish I am at this. This isn't boding well. Okay, wasted. I'm guessing I should have had a weapon of some sort there. But, I mean, you get the picture. I'll close it down now, I think. Running into walls, as you do. But, I think the graphics are actually better than the PS2 version. It's enhanced, since this is obviously a 720p screen. There are little to no jagged edges, as you'd have obviously had back in the PS2 version. There's some sort of reflections going on. Whether or not they were there in PS2, I can't really remember, but yeah, it's a very good port, really, and it would be great to see some more stuff like this. I mean, San Andreas, will they ever bring that? That would be something. Or so I think. I've never actually played the game, but I would be quite interested in trying it on this, believe me.